What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Faraday future tickers FFIE. A lot of good updates and it is up almost about 17%. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know and potentially where it might be going from here. So before I do, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get right to it. So like I said, now 17.1%, a lot of good momentum, and it is actually at that 100 or 50-day moving average right now. So in general, that typically is a very good pivot point, whether it's going to be turning bullish, bearish, and so forth. So if it can actually close above that, that is huge. Very, very optimistic stuff. And like I said, they've been very busy with a lot of updates. More specifically, they announced their Q4 and also full year 2022 earnings, and that's going to be held, as you can see, March the 8th, 2023. Personally, I don't really anticipate that much being said on here, but of course they are going to be talking on the future guidance, and I think that's one of the biggest and grayest areas of Faraday that potentially they'll be able to shed some light on. So I think in general a lot of good stuff when it comes down to this. And they also did submit their actual shareholder meeting, so which is going to be on March the 30th, 2023, two proposed items. So proposal number 1 and 2, I'll go over those in a separate video on basically what they are saying. And they also did submit as far as the 4th amendment for their prospectus. So once again, that is absolutely very positive, the fact that they're so busy behind the scenes. And in general, you can tell that there's a lot more upside anticipated, clearly based on the technicals alone. And then there is options activity. All the green is options activity, calls being purchased, more specifically. So for instance, these tall candles right here, which of course is only between a 5-minute criteria, so 850 to 855, there was almost about $6,000 worth of call premiums just within that candle. And so in general, a lot more upside is anticipated. Based on the active chains, it does look like within around 2 weeks, give or take, it's anticipating to be over 50 cents or potentially $1. Those are some common ones, or active ones, I guess I should say. So clearly a lot of people are very much optimistic about their upcoming earnings, so definitely stay tuned for that. Just wanted to give you a update on the updated Morningstar report. So it actually does have the fair market value for Faraday being $1.42. So once again, just let me know your thoughts on that. Hopefully with this recent earnings, that might incentivize some actual analysts to really look at Faraday once again. So as you can see, it's been a very long time since any analysts have really looked at it, ever since August the 16th, 2022. So hopefully that earnings does say some pretty good stuff and incentivizes some analysts to jump on board. And today being a Friday, I'll give you a quick update what shorts are doing, especially that it is up 16%. Short score is currently 74, utilization is 100%. And as far as what shorts are doing, they are returning 1.56 million shares. Cost to borrow is started low, starting to go back up a little bit, but 7.68 is the average. And of course, 19.76 or 19.79, sorry, is the percentage of the free float that is in fact being shorted. So I think there's a lot of exciting stuff happening behind the scenes. And as far as some indicators, right now stochastic is currently at 9, which is mind-blowingly oversold. Momentum number retail investors have been getting in ever since February the 24th, give or take. And on stochastic, you do see that nice deviation, so black line above the red, showing a nice bullish sentiment is wanting to form. And just to put it in perspective on when there is this indicator that is showing as bullish, you do see a nice run. So basically between, it looks like January the 5th and also January the 12th, this is when it showed as and also indicated as bullish. So it does have a tendency to be very much correct. So once again, let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. Keep in mind though, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence at the end of the day. Clearly a lot of positive stuff, like I said, not necessarily so much from the actual shareholder meeting, which again is on March the 30th, but I'm going to delve into this a little bit deeper because this is very, very convoluted for the most part. It's very all over the place. So for the typical person who doesn't really follow Faraday all the time, this sounds like mumble jumble. But still, regardless, I do feel that it won't necessarily have enough today to break past that 50-day moving average and stay. So most likely up until the actual earnings, which again is on March the 8th, is going to be trading between these ranges. So it's wedge bound between that 50 and 100-day moving average. But of course, I could be wrong in that regard. But no matter what, let me know your thoughts on all that in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. If you do like my Faraday content and want to support the channel, take a look at my memberships, link in the the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Faraday.